Welcome back to the Aussie Prepper channel and welcome back to another video. Today we're just going to talk basic prepping. We're starting from the beginning. A lot of people have all these different ideas. I did that zombie video a little while ago where I told you to prepare for zombie apocalypse, because if you're prepared for zombies, you're prepared for whatever's coming your way. Zombies are worse than anything that could possibly happen. So if you're ready for those zombies to wander the earth, then you're pretty much ready for any situation that will possibly arise. But let's get back to some basic prepping and have a look at the things that you should be considering in your prepping plan. One of the very first and most important one is water storage and water purification. So you should have a way to store water, and you should also have some sort of rainwater harvesting system in place, so that way you've got a continuous supply of water coming in. And rain harvesting would be more beneficial in the country areas rather than the city areas, because the air is a lot cleaner and the water will be a lot more pure than the water that you would be collecting in the capital cities. Personally, I would not be too interested in drinking rainwater that's been collected over a capital city. However, where I live out in the bush, we drink rainwater every single day and it is perfectly fine. And if you do have some concerns, you should also have some water filtration method. The second point is you need to make sure that you have enough to eat and that you have a steady supply of stuff that you can eat. So if you're like me, I live out in the bush. I've got nut trees, I've got citrus trees, I've got apple trees, I've got avocado trees, I've got a veggie garden. So I'm growing plenty of stuff to eat. I'm actually growing more stuff to eat than what I can eat. We do give a lot of stuff away to neighbours, and we also trade with neighbours. So that's something that you can be looking at if you've got the ability to do that. But for everyone, you should have enough store to last you at least a few weeks or a few months, depending on what your thoughts on this topic are and depending how much space you've got and how much money you've got. Also keep in mind that bulk buying will often save you money. So if Coles is having a half price special on the staple that you use all the time, buy 10 of them because you're paying half price. If you do not stock up at half price, before you'd know it, you'd be paying full price for the exact same item. So having some stores can also save you money in day-to-day living. It's not just in preparation for disaster. Okay, third point is have some sort of plan. If something happens to your house, have somewhere to go. Maybe have some sort of bug out plan. Have an alternative location to go, maybe a friend's farm or maybe someone else's home, like other family members. And also have your own home as a hunker down location. So secure your own home, fortify it within reason, whatever you feel is necessary to make it a little bit more fortified, a little bit more safe. If there's any civil unrest or anything's happening around you, you can just basically lock yourself in your house and stay in there and stay safe. Now, number 4, security and self-defense. I've already got some videos on this stuff, so maybe go through my back catalogue and have a look at some of those. Fortify your home, look at some external security measures, some internal security measures, learn self-defense, have some sort of self-defense strategy in place, and be physically fit within reason, within your age, within your ability. I've also got videos about that. So there's plenty of videos I've already done relating to this. So just consider your own personal security and your own personal capabilities and have some self-defense scenarios in mind on how you would protect yourself, your home and your family. Number 5, first aid and medical preparedness. Have a good first aid kit. If you require medication, make sure you've got a good store of that medication that will last you quite some time. Be first aid trained, have some basic first aid skills and all that sort of stuff. Again, I've already got videos about that on my channel, so check those ones out. And if you haven't thought about this before, make sure you get yourself a comprehensive first aid kit. And as mentioned earlier, make sure you do have any essential medications that you might need on hand and have quite a bit of a supply to last you a little while. Number 6, off-grid power. Make sure you've got some power alternatives. Have some solar. I will be doing videos about solar and solar batteries and all that sort of stuff in the future. I've already got those planned. I've just got to get around to filming them. Maybe organise yourself some power banks. Have a backup generator with some fuel if you can afford it. I've got all of those things to keep me powered in the grid down situation. I've got backup generator, which is my last resort. I've got solar, I've got batteries, I've got power banks. So start looking at some of that stuff for yourself and start building up a little bit of a supply. And also make sure you've got the ability to heat and cook stuff so you can have some hot meals even when the power is out. Number 7, communication. Have some alternative communication. I've spoken before about having a battery powered AM FM radio where you can monitor radio broadcasts and all that sort of stuff. I would also recommend having a UHF radio. I have one in my car and I've also got a handheld UHF that I can use. And I've recently upgraded my internet to Starlink. So as long as I've got power, I will have Starlink internet. So if there's any internet still working, Starlink will probably be one of the last ones to go down. NBN and all the other stuff will be gone long before that. They will actually be gone within a matter of hours or days. Number 8 is situational awareness and threat assessment. So be aware of your surrounding area. Be aware where the dangers would be coming from and what they might be. And this will be different for everyone. If you're living in the city, that will be different to if you're living in the country. And it will be different if you're living near the water, or it'll be different if you're living in the forest or in the desert. So be aware of your own personal surroundings, what the dangers are and what you have to prepare for. So if you're living in the desert, your prep and requirements would be different to if you're living in the coastal area or an alpine region or tropical region or in the city. Everyone's prep will not be the same. So you need to assess your own personal information and adjust your prep accordingly. Now number 9, again something I've spoken to quite extensively on this channel, is bartering, having some cash available, having some gold and some silver in small denominations to trade with, and also having goods that you can trade with and maybe even skills that you can trade for goods. So that is definitely something that you need to look at, and there's definitely some really good videos on this channel about that topic already. Okay, number 10, I've also spoken about this quite a bit, is self-reliance and skill building. So you're talking about gardening, animal care, having chickens, having cows, having sheep, being able to fish, being able to hunt and having the equipment to do so, having tools to do your own repairs, keep your cars on the road, keep your generator running, keep your boundary fence in good shape, be able to build shelters, be able to fortify your home and having the tools to do all those things. And then you also have to train yourself to have the mental resilience and survival mindset to be able to get through these situations. So there's 10 things that we can all work on. I'm still working on some of these. You never stop working on these. You can always get better at hunting. You can always get better at fishing. You can always get better at building stuff. I'm constantly learning more skills. I'm constantly learning more things about this whole topic. You never stop learning. The person that thinks they know it all will be the first one to fail. Don't get overconfident. Keep practicing your skills and go through all of those 10 points and see where you can better yourself. And you can do this on a regular basis. Better yourself on a regular basis. Now, if there's anything else important that I might have missed, leave a comment down below. I always love to read all the comments and see the discussion in the comments section. And if you enjoyed today's video, do me a favour, give me a big thumbs up and don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more videos from Aussie Prepper. Thanks for watching and bye for now.